Hello everyone, I hope you are fit and fine. Today in this video session we are going to discuss about an adventure story 2.6 Chasing the Sea Monster. Chasing the Sea Monster is a story written by Jules Verne, was a French writer. Jules Verne was a French writer and he is known as the father of science fiction. So, let me clear you what is a science fiction. Science fiction, let me give you the example of Spider-Man, then Adventure series, so many movies till now you had seen. And in these movies, whatever the world is there, whatever the images were there, whatever the future is there, that is unknown to us. And science fiction is such kind of the thing where we are intricated, we are engrossed in the future world. And this person, Jules Verne, is known as the father of science fiction. He wrote about rockets, space travel, and submarines when such things were unknown. In this passage or in this story from his novel 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So, this is the passage or the extract which was taken from his famous novel, and the name of that novel is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. He describes how people on a ship think of the submarine as an animal and try to chase and hunt it. Submarine, maybe you had seen in the pictures, in the movies. So, here, without wasting the time, we're going towards the main part of the extract. So, let's see what we have in the first paragraph of the story. Our frigate wanted to go back, but the unearthly animal came at us with a speed double our own. Our frigate. Frigate means small speedy ship used in wars. So here we have one frigate, small speedy ship, and here their frigate is going somewhere, and that time the unearthly animal came at us. Unearthly means strange, not like those found on earth. So this is like a monster, and that thing came to their frigate, came to their speedy ship in such a rapid way and such a rapid speed which is double of the frigate. We gasped, more stunned than afraid. We stood mute and motionless. So they were gasped. Gasp means took a short, quick breath through the mouth, because now they were afraid and more afraid than stunned. Sorry, more stunned than afraid. And of course, here stunned means they were totally surprised because till now they hadn't seen such kind of the thing in the sea. But of course now they were stood mute and motionless. जैसे ही उस unearthly animal उनके पास आने लगा, they were totally stunned. They were afraid and they stood mute and motionless. So बगैर कुछ बोले, बगैर कुछ motionless means here बगैर कुछ किए वो वहां पे उसी पोजीशन में वैसे ही उस फ्रिगेट को लेके सी में खड़े रहे. द एनिमल caught up with us. So that time this animal caught up with us. They played with us. This animal played with us. It means this is a submarine. Remember that. But here submarine is expressed in such a way that it is an animal, it is an cetacean. Cetacean means a whale or a shark, that kind of the creature. And of course, here it made a full circle around the frigate and wrapped us in sheets of electricity that were like luminous dust. So now this animal, it made a full circle around the frigate, वो उस शिप के इर्द गिर्द घूमने लगा in round circle and wrapped us in sheets of electricity that were like luminous dust. The speed of this unearthly animal is such a speed is there कि उसकी वजह से जो water है, so this sea water has the electricity like luminous dust. Luminous means bright, full of light. Meanwhile, at any instant it could have dashed against our ship. मानो कि ऐसा लग रहा था कि किसी भी समय ये जो बड़ा सा एनिमल है तो उस छोटी सी फ्रिगेट को क्या कर देगा, उसके ऊपर अटैक कर देगा. Meanwhile, I was surprised to see that our warship was fleeing, not fighting. So that time the author of this passage, this extract, was surprised because now their warship was fleeing. Fleeing means वहां से भागना. Fleeing means running away because of fear and danger. So now they were all afraid and they were running away from this animal. So I commented on this to Commander Farragut. Remember the names of the characters. So here the captain or the commander of the ship is Commander Farragut. The name of this person is Commander Farragut. His face, ordinarily so emotionless, showed great astonishment. So generally his face was ordinarily so emotionless, showed great astonishment, but this time he has the emotion on his face, and that is astonishment. He was shocked because till now he didn't see such kind of the huge animal in the sea. He said to him, Professor Arronaux. He answered me. Professor Arronaux is a narrator of this passage. He's the narrator of this story. He's telling us this particular story. So Professor Arronaux, he answered me, I don't know what kind of the fearsome creature I'm up against, and I don't want my frigate running foolish risks in all this darkness. So he was very afraid because he has the responsibility of the frigate and all the crew members. So here he told him that he don't want to take any kind of the risk in the darkness because the time is at night, and now in the night it's not possible to fight with such kind of the huge creature, such kind of the huge submarine. And now he said to him that besides, how should we attack this unknown creature? How should we defend ourselves against it? Let's wait for daylight and then we will play a different role. So what is his plan? His plan is that now he don't want to take any kind of the risk in the darkness because we don't know about this unknown creature. We don't know about this huge creature, this huge submarine. So he said that let's wait for daylight and then we will play a different role because now it's very important to survive, because if they survived in the night they will definitely attack this submarine in the daylight. So let's see what they did in the daylight. So here in the next paragraph, the Professor Arronaux, what he told us, The whole crew stayed on their feet all night long because they were totally afraid. In the night, it's not possible to fight with this huge submarine. No one even thought of sleeping. ऐसे कंडीशन में किसको नींद आएगी? So all these people, they are on their feet. It means they were totally afraid. So now they're waiting for the daylight. कैसे वैसे करके इस रात उनकी जान बच जाए, ऐसा सबको लग रहा है. Unable to compete with the monster speed, our frigate, the Abraham Lincoln, slowed down. So here we have one very important question, that what is the name of the frigate? जिस शिप पे, जिस छोटी सी शिप पे सारे लोग हैं, उस शिप का नाम क्या है? So what is the name of this ship? So the name of the ship is Abraham Lincoln. So Abraham Lincoln is the president of America that time, and of course he was a very famous personality. So here we have the name of Abraham Lincoln to the frigate. So now they are standing at one place. Now the frigate slowed down. For its part, the animal mimicked the frigate, simply rode with the waves, but did not leave the field of battle. So rode with the waves means moved along with the wave. So now this submarine is trying to attack the frigate and rode with the waves, but did not leave the field of battle, because this is the chance for the submarine to attack on the small ship, small frigate. However, near midnight it disappeared. Or to use a more appropriate expression, it went out like a huge glowworm. Had it fled from us, we didn't know and were filled with fear and hope at the same time. So, in the midnight, this submarine was disappeared, and now they thought like that, had it fled from us, क्या वो हमसे भाग गई? We don't know exactly. So these people don't know exactly, are this submarine went somewhere or not. So, but at 12:53, a deafening hiss could be heard, resembling the sound made by a water spout expelled with tremendous intensity. So suddenly at 12:53 in the night, a deafening hiss could be heard. एक बड़ी सी आवाज हुई. Deafening hiss means so much voice came out and you could be heard the voice resembling the sound made by a water spout. So water spout here, intensity means great strength, and this sound made a water spout expelled with tremendous intensity. So this submarine has the great strength, great power, and in the night it's not possible to fight with this huge submarine, which is like the glowworm. Glowworm means this is unearthly animal. By then, Commander Farragut, Ned Land, and I were on the afterdeck. So here also we have one new character whose name is Ned Land. He is the crew member. And Commander Farragut, Ned Land, and I means Professor Arronaux, on the afterdeck, peering eagerly into the darkness. So now they are looking towards the activity of the submarine, and they were on the afterdeck. Afterdeck means an open deck near the back, and now they are looking towards the submarine. So tell me, Ned Land, isn't that the noise cetaceans make when they spurt water from their blowholes? So now the author or the narrator asks the question to the Ned Land, that isn't that the noise cetaceans make when they spurt water from their blowholes? So blue whale, when spurt water from their blowholes, such kind of the noise came out. So they're confirming that is it the cetacean? So of course here they are now very afraid in the darkness, because in the darkness it's not possible to see clearly. So here we clearly understood that in the night it's not possible to fight with this huge kind of the animal or creature. So all these people, they are waiting for the daylight. So in the next paragraph, let's see what happened. The very noise, sir, but this one's way louder, so there can be no mistake. So he is giving the assurity, or he is giving the answer, Ned Land, that the very noise, sir. It means this is the same voice, but this is the one which is louder. So he said that मैंने पहले कभी ऐसी आवाज नहीं सुनी है. So there can be no mistake. There is definitely a whale lurking in our waters. So he said that definitely we have a whale, and this whale lurking in our waters. Lurking means hiding. And in the water, think about it, that their small frigate is very small, tiny in front of this big whale. And near 2 o'clock in the morning, the core of light reappeared 5 miles away from the Abraham Lincoln. So Abraham Lincoln, this is the name of their frigate. And near 2 o'clock, रात के 2 बजे फिर से एक बार उन्हें लाइट दिखाई दी. कहाँ पे? 5 miles away from their ship. We stayed on the alert until daylight, getting ready for action. So all these people, they were waiting for the daylight because they were ready to fight. Whaling gear was set up along the railings. Whaling gear, equipment used to hunt whales. So now they were ready with their whaling gear, and of course they would like to hunt this big whale वो उसे मारना चाहते हैं. Our chief officer loaded the blunderbusses, which can launch harpoons as far as a mile, and long duck guns with exploding bullets that can wound and kill even the most powerful animals. So now they were all ready with their blunderbusses. Blunderbusses means shotgun that has a barrel which is larger at the end. And such kind of the blunderbusses were used to hunt the sea creatures, big sea creatures, and which can launch harpoons. Harpoons means a long sharp weapon attached to a long rope and thrown by hand or shot from a gun, used for catching whales and other large sea creatures. So this is a kind of the equipment, this is a kind of the instrument, harpoons, which is used to kill the sea creatures which are so big. And such kind of the harpoons they have on their frigate, and they now ready to use their duck guns. Duck guns means here guns with exploding bullets that can kill even the most powerful animals. So all these people, they were ready to kill this big whale. And let's see what happened. So Ned Land was content to sharpen his harpoon, a dreadful weapon in his hands. So Ned Land is ready to use his harpoon. This is a dreadful weapon. Dreadful means this is a very dangerous kind of the weapon which they can use to kill the biggest sea creature. At 6 o'clock, day began to break, and with the dawn's early light, the animal's electric glow disappeared. But जैसे ही सुबह हुई, जैसे ही सुबह के 6 बजे, so that time the day began to break, and with this dawn's early light, the animal's electric glow disappeared. It means in the whole night, this submarine is came near to them and threatened them. But now, when the day began, this submarine went somewhere. this submarine was totally disappeared. And let's see in the daylight what they decided and what exactly their action plan. So in the next paragraph, Professor Arronaux told us at 7 o'clock a very dense morning mist spread around us. So though at 7 o'clock the day breaks down, but due to dense morning mist was there everywhere, वहां पे कोहरा छा गया था, and due to that they were unable to see the things clearly. Our best spy glasses were unable to pierce it. Spy glasses, a small telescope used by the sailors in the past. So these spy glasses were unable to see what we have around them. The outcome, disappointment and anger. So now, though the day started, but it's not possible to attack on the submarine because they were totally disappointed. They were angry. Why they were angry? Because their spy glasses were unable to catch the submarine, because this is the dense morning mist which was spread around them. At 8 o'clock, the mist rolled away and the horizon grew wider and clearer. So at exactly 8 in the morning, the mist rolled away. वहां से कोहरा हट गया. And now the horizon grew wider and clearer. So now they are able to see the things in clear way. There is the thing in question, astern to port. Astern to port means to the back and left side when you are facing the front of the ship. Now they were ready. The harpooner shouted. Every eye looked toward the point indicated, because now it's possible to attack on the submarine. So all these people on the frigate, they were ready to attack on the submarine. There a mile and a half from the frigate, a long blackish body emerged a meter above the waves. तो तभी एक हार्पूनर means a person who handles the harpoon, who handles that dreadful weapon. So he shouted, उसने चिल्ला के कहा that कुछ ही दूरी पे उसे एक blackish body दिखाई दे रही है. So curing violently, its tail was creating a considerable current. Now they are ready. They were going to attack on the submarine. The crew were waiting impatiently for orders from their leader. And who was the leader? Captain Farragut. The latter, after carefully observing the animal, ordered the engineer to sail full steam towards the animal. So the captain gave the instructions to the engineer who is sailing this ship, who is sailing Abraham Lincoln, their frigate, and he gave the order to them that sail full steam towards the animal. So now they had decided to attack on the submarine. तो उन्होंने उस सबमरीन पे अटैक करने की सोची. And now they were chasing the submarine. So here till now we have discussed that in the night the role of the people and their small frigate whose name is Abraham Lincoln is different. But in the morning at 8 o'clock they had decided to attack on the submarine, and the captain of the ship, Captain Farragut, gave the instructions to the engineer to sail with full speed, because now they are going to chase the submarine and they are going to attack, they are going to fight with the submarine. I hope you understood the story till this particular point. Remaining part of the story we will complete in the next video. Till then, stay home, stay safe, stay tuned. Thank you everyone.